Hey, book lovers, I'm Candace.
And I'm Chrissy. And you've just stumbled into your new favorite book club, Bookalicious Pod.
We're two sisters reading our way through fantasy, fiction, thrillers, and the occasional "what did we just read" moments.
Every week, we break down books chapter by chapter
with deep dives, hot takes, and detours into sisterly side combos.
Think a cozy book club mixed with a FaceTime call, sprinkled with a little chaos.
We don't hold back on the characters we love or the ones we love to hate.
We play games like Read It Like Reddit, Red Flag or Deal Breaker, and have Spotify polls for you to guess along with our plot theories.
If you've got a TBR pile a mile high, including Akatar or Frida McFadden,
or just want to feel like you're hanging with your bookish besties, hit play. This is Bookalicious Pod.
Cord to this computer. Okay. Ready?
You look like Franklin. That could be a reel.
Oh my god.
We do it at the same time.
I know, just staring off into space with like a crazed face.
Looking for the milk. Okay, but we are here to finish the second part of Gone Before Goodbye.
Oh my god.
Keep putting it off. We are on edge.
I read the next part within like 90 minutes. I felt like it took almost no time.
Yeah, it went so quick. It picked up, and then I don't think it was a ton of like pages either.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. How much did it compare to the first part? Well,
I mean, it was about
I'm
the
on page
same.
187. Wow, really? Okay, well, things really picked up.
Yeah.
Where we left off.
You're on page 187. Is that chapter 14?
Yeah, end of chapter 14. But that's on my Kindle, so it's probably different pages, is my guess.
Okay. Because I think I went to chapter 16.
What? No way. Oh, man.
Yeah.
What happened? Chapter 14 was a great place to end. It was very, like, perfect cliffhangery.
Well, I know. That's why
Filled in just enough.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I won't spoil.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, if we have questions that get answered in the next two chapters, maybe you could just answer it. Well, I don't know. We'll see. You feel it out.
We'll
I
feel
trust
it
your
out.
judgment.
We'll feel it out. We're pros at this now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. We're so pro. We have no banter. We're getting right to the book.
Right to the book. So many people will say thank you.
And the other people will say, when did they read the book? When are you going to read the book for us?
Oh my God. If I get one more comment asking to read the book, but it's like, number one, you should want to pay authors for their work. If I were to read it for free for you, then the author doesn't get paid. Number two, reading an entire book takes a long time. I think
true.
I would be
even longer. Well, it'd probably be shorter than our podcast, though.
Possibly.
It's a bit for some books.
For some of our books, yes, it would be shorter. But I think I would be really bad at it. I don't think I would do a good job. Because you have to do voices. You have to like act.
I think it could be kind of fun. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty difficult. Because yeah, you're a whole one-woman show.
Yes. The hardest part is not like doing the acting for the first couple of characters. It's remembering who you did.
Oh, that's true.
10 chapters later, you know?
I know. And honestly, like, that's hard. How long can you read a book for straight? Like, that's going to take a lot of time. You got to take breaks.
Yeah.
Mouth gets dry.
Yeah. And it's illegal. Maybe that should be the first one. I don't know. But it's illegal. And so it's like, if I did this for you, all this work for you, then I would get the podcast.
Bookalicious.
Yeah, the podcast would get closed down. I wouldn't even make $1, nor should I, because I would just be stealing. But you know what I'm saying?
Well, I was going to say an addendum to your first one of pay the authors for the work. Well, if you're asking us to read a book, at least pay us for our work of reading it. Someone's got to get paid here.
I'm like, you guys are crazy. You're crazy. Okay, whatever. We're done with that.
Mm-mm.
Welcome to Bookalicious.
Oh, yeah, you did the
This is
intro.
a podcast where two sisters talk about books we're reading. I'm
Close
Candace,
enough. And I'm Chrissy.
and today we are going to finish part two of Reese Witherspoon and Kurt Harlan
Um,
Coben Gone Before Goodbye.
I finished chapter 14. Candy finished chapter 15. So you just read one more chapter, is that right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right, all right. So we're pretty close.
I think we're pretty close.
So spoilers up till that part.
Yeah, yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay. Are you ready to talk about this?
babe, I'm
We've
so
kept having
ready.
to reschedule.
I'm so ready to talk about this. And I'm so ready to finish this book.
Okay. Can you remind us where we left off? Do you remember? That's okay if
Ye
not. I'm looking at the summary.
okay, yes. So we met Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
She was down on her luck. She got an opportunity to do some crazy plastic surgery for this oligarch in Russia. She flew on a private jet. She got there. It was a little weird, but he decided to throw a ball, even though she is clearly a recovering addict and she was drinking at the event
That's true. Yeah, that's right. The night before she was doing surgery on him.
before she's doing surgery. And she kept telling herself, well, my problem's pills, not alcohol, which, if that's what you're saying to yourself the night before surgery, like, no, no.
Life lessons from Bookalicious.
Yeah, no, just don't do either. Don't do either the night before surgery. And she was getting ready to perform the surgery. That's where we left
Yeah,
off.
perfect. Yes, thank you. All right. Okay, so she's getting ready to do surgery. There was the ball. She met that American CIA guy, Charles
Mhm.
Lockwood, and she talked to Nadia all night as if no one would know that they were talking to each other in English.
I
But that's okay.
love that in like the next page, everyone's like, yeah, we saw you talking to each other.
I
Every single person.
We knew. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So that's where we left off. We pick up in part two. Maggie does a surgery on Oleg and Nadia. She's on her post-surgery high, and she goes to check in on Oleg, but he's not there. Strange, but she figures his people have taken him to his room, so he's more comfortable. So she says, okay. So she goes to check in on Nadia, just as Nadia is starting to wake up from the anesthesia, and Maggie notices something shocking. Nadia has the same exact tattoo on her leg as Marc had on his arm.
Yes.
Whoa. And it's this really unique snake tattoo.
Really bizarre. It was actually like a mistake that happened, like an impossible
Mm-hmm.
thing. You wouldn't just go to a tattoo parlor and pick out, can I have this messed up blobbish snake, please?
Yeah.
Not an offering.
Not an option. And it's kind of almost looks like a riff off of Pork Chop's logo.
Oh,
I
okay.
remember Maggie saying that at one point. So yeah,
Hmm.
very strange. Okay. Um, so she notices Nadia has the same exact tattoo. Maggie asks Nadia where she got the tattoo, and Nadia at first doesn't want to share, but she eventually says that she got it from the same doctor who took her kidney. She woke up from that surgery and bam, had this weird tattoo. And it's the same one that the doctor had. The doctor was called the Snake, and he sounds like the evilest guy in the world.
Hmm.
Maggie's world gets rocked even more when Nadia remembers that there was a guy named Trace who tried to stop Dr. Snake.
Okay. Pause. Who is Dr. Snake?
What? It's not Marc.
It feels so obvious that it's Mark, but it can't be. Surely not.
Can't be Marc. Mm-hmm. I know, but this everything is pointing to Marc stealing kidneys.
Why would he want to steal kidneys?
I don't think he is stealing kidneys. I don't think he is. Do you want to hear my theory?
Yeah, I have a theory too, so let me hear yours.
All right. My theory is Nadia is the ringleader of this whole thing. Hmm. I don't know entirely what it is, and more pieces will fit in later, but I'm thinking maybe she gave Mark his tattoo.
Interesting.
And she maybe knows pork chop or something from a while ago. So she knew pork chop. That's maybe how what inspired his logo for his bar. And because she knew pork chop, she now knows Mark. And she's known Mark from a young age, from before Maggie knew Mark.
I was gonna say, do we know how old Nadia is? But I think her medical files were wrong anyway, so she
Oh,
could still
that's true, but
be.
she is pretty young. That's a good
She
point.
could, no, she could be a vampire. I'm totally team
She
vampire.
could.
She's 150 years old. Minimum 300. Why not?
Why not? It's either vampires or a curious case of Nadia Grace.
Nadia Grace. Yeah.
So that's my
Interesting.
theory. More things can come up later for that theory, but I'm thinking because I think Nadia knows more than she lets on. And the either last section or beginning of this section, Oleg says, "Oh, don't trust Nadia. She never tells the truth," or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, he
And
says
I'm
that.
thinking Nadia, yeah, I'm thinking Nadia even has is pulling stuff on Oleg.
So
That's
you
my
think
thought.
she's quite the devious little mistress here.
I think so. What do you think?
Something is very suspicious about Nadia because we find out in just a moment that Nadia is the one who selected Maggie
Hmm.
to be the doctor. But then she's so squirrely with Maggie the whole time. So it's like, what are you?
Not all that squirrely. Because it maybe would be more suspicious if she automatically was like, "Hey, I can speak English,"
Yeah.
and like open up to her. I think the way she played it was really good. She was like, "Oh, only
Mm.
when we're one on one and you're a doctor and you're really trying to help me. Okay, now we'll speak together."
So what's Nadia's goal?
I don't know. I'm guessing maybe there's like some financial, okay, some financial win. I'm guessing it's something on the black market. Maybe we can talk about the company more later, but maybe she was in charge of the company and she is like laundering all this money. Her whole family is in
Mm.
charge of this like black market business.
Hmm.
That's what I'm thinking. She's in charge of
Interesting.
some sketchy business deals.
Okay.
Did you say your
So
theory? What was your theory?
no. So my theory is it is Mark, even though it feels too
Mm.
obvious. And he's stealing organs to figure out how to get his thumper to work.
Oh, he needs some real fresh ones to study.
Yeah.
Okay, I could see that. So he gave her the tattoo.
I mean,
What's that about? So he doesn't like take another one from her?
in this world, Mark is a narcissist madman.
Okay. Yeah. Why not? Why not
Why not?
tattoo his victims?
It's like his serial killer Mark.
Yeah. Huh. So how did he find her? When was he doing this secretly so that Maggie wasn't aware?
Well, maybe it was something they did with like the nonprofit under the guise that they were going to donate it. And they just
Oh,
donated it to science,
to
Mark
Mark.
science.
Oh, so maybe Mark had was kind of he was organ laundering.
Yeah,
Hmm.
taking disenfranchised people and stealing their organs for study.
Um, hmm. I just don't see how you could even cover that up because it's like super illegal to sell organs. Like even if you're donating eggs, it's like a weird workaround they have to do
Yeah.
to pay you. So like he would have to really be undercover to be getting fresh organs, you know?
I feel like if you're
I
doing
don't
it in
know.
like poorer countries,
Right.
you're kind of going under black markets.
But like for Maggie not to know either,
I
I
feel
guess is he
like,
keeping these all secret organs in the lab and Maggie's not there?
yeah.
Could
And
be.
like maybe they weren't on all their missions together or they would go on separate missions. and he would do stuff.
Yeah.
Now, all this said is that it feels too obvious that it's Marc. So then that makes me think, well, surely it can't be Marc.
That's what I'm thinking. Then it can't be Marc.
So
Because there
why?
could be more people with this tattoo.
So what's Nadia's ploy if she's trying to let Maggie know this? If she's the mastermind and she's like dropping these eggs.
I guess to distrust Marc. I know I haven't fully pieced it all together, but I think we could piece together. I think we could piece something together here. But this would make her distrust Marc. Maybe she, because at the end of this, we also are like, maybe Marc's alive. Woo. And so if Nadia has used Marc and has like basically kept him prisoner somewhere or something,
Mm-hmm.
maybe she wants Maggie to distrust him so that if Maggie does find Marc, she's like, you steal kidneys. Like, I can't trust anything you say. Trying to
Mm.
get Maggie on Nadia's side.
Mm-hmm.
I think that could be part of it.
I could see that. And so Nadia's doing this for money, finances.
I think ultimately it's all for money. Um, yeah,
I still
that's my
think that
thought.
no matter what it is, this is about Fountain of Youth, getting organs, and living forever. That's where I'm going.
I could see that. Um, oh, do you think it's possible? So if Marc was a doctor, do you think it's possible that he had gotten involved in some sketchy business and he had gun to his head? Some millionaire was like, I want to live forever. You need to figure out how to do it. If you need to steal organs, go steal organs.
Yeah.
And so then Marc did steal her take her kidney. Um, I don't know about the tattoo exactly.
Yeah, like why the tattoo? Because that feels like a sick slash
Right.
sadistic thing.
Yeah, not something a kind person would do unless she asked for it and said, I like
No,
your tattoo.
no.
Right, which is what makes me think that Nadia gave him the tattoo or that there's someone else who originated this tattoo.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Um, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Maybe even, I mean, we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves. We could circle back to this. Is it possible Pork Chop is evil? He gave them both a tattoo?
It's possible that Pork Chop's evil, but I don't know what he would be doing in all of this. I don't feel like he has like this scientific
Master planned. Master
aptitude
plan.
to be taking organs, and I guess he could tattoo people, but like I don't know what
He
else he
could
would be doing in this plot.
he could be working on the black market and he's the connector. He's not the and so
Oh.
he said, "Hey son, you're a doctor." So he
Oh yeah.
initiated Marc. Okay. So Pork Chop also has a tattoo that we don't know about. He initiated
We're
Marc into
pretending.
this scheme. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is my new theory. Pork Chop has a tattoo we don't know about. He initiated Marc into this black market gang. He has a tattoo. Marc is like, okay, sure, I'll be in it. And then they say, gun to your head, gotta go steal a kidney. Marc does it. And I guess the gang wants him to tattoo Nadia. That seems like they would then be leaving their tracks everywhere. But maybe Nadia was a part of the gang. Maybe the kidney and the tattoo weren't related. She's just saying it is.
Oh.
Oh, maybe that's how it goes.
I could see that. Maybe they're part of like some secret club and Nadia was like a turncoat or
Oh,
something. And they're like,
okay,
before
I
you
like that.
go, we need your kidney.
What? That's a price you have to pay.
Pay. Yeah.
Just one organ. Pick your favorite. Your least favorite.
One of your optionals.
Kidney and spleen. Maybe an
A-
eye. Two eyes.
appendix. Appendix. You got some bonus
Oh,
ones in
yeah, that's
there.
what I meant. Appendix.
Yeah, I feel like you need your spleen.
Yeah, yeah, I was thinking appendix.
Yeah.
Tonsils. If
Tonsils.
those count.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Any more here? Should we keep going?
Um, Let's think. I
Also, why would Nadia want this surgery? I guess
I
she's
kind of
just
agree
in
too.
the
I'm like, that
ruse.
seems too far. Unless that's she's really dedicated to this cover up. But yeah, to actually get surgery because well, I was gonna say she could have told Maggie like, "Hey, I secretly don't want this, so like don't actually do it, but just pretend like you did and like we're gonna figure it out with Oleg." But she has all the nurses and the nurses could tell Oleg even if
Yeah.
Maggie didn't. So, yeah, I don't know. And why does Oleg want a face transplant?
I think Oleg is a one and done. I don't think he's like super relevant to the rest of the plot.
Really interesting. Do you
Yeah.
think Nadia is?
I think Nadia is. I think Oleg
Oh.
is just in hiding.
What if Nadia was a power play and she was like, you need to change your face? She said, I want to get this boob job for myself. Just always wanted one. While she was here, you need a new face, go in hiding.
I'm tired of living in this palace in the forest.
Yeah.
I want to go out. And he's like, well, I'm, wanted in every country. And then she says, well, get a new face and then we can go.
Easy.
Easy.
It's like you're not even thinking.
Yeah. Come on. Be real. Hmm. Okay.
All right, let's go on.
Let's go on.
So, oh, wait, what about Trace? We didn't even say anything.
Oh,
Because that's why I'm also like, I feel like Nadia for sure Nadia knows a lot more than we think she does, especially at this point. And she
yes.
mentions Trace, which is of course going to get Maggie's attention and also confirms or makes her think at least that it would be that Marc would be Dr. Snake.
Yes.
So I don't
That
know.
that is what Nadia's pointing to. It could be that Nadia has the what do you call it? The dossier? The
Dossier, like she's got everything on Maggie.
she's got the profile on Maggie and she knows about all these people. And she has this tattoo. And maybe what she's wanting to do is, like you're saying, turn Maggie on Marc. Who knows if she even had her kidney taken out? It's not like Maggie
That's
was like
true.
checking.
It was in her medical record,
It was in her
but
medical
she could have
record, but
forged
like,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
she could have forged it. This whole story could be fake. She could, just like you're saying, trying to pin Maggie against Marc because Marc is 100% alive.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like, well, I don't know his name, but I saw someone named Trace. To not be like, oh, his name was Marc,
Yeah.
you know?
It was your husband, Marc. Don't you remember? Yeah. Oh, okay. Another note on that. So Oleg is the one who said, "Don't trust Nadia. She doesn't tell the truth." Do you think that was actually his cry for help to Maggie, where he was like,
Help,
"Help me"?
help.
Yeah.
I took it at face value of just like, Oleg is like, she's just a silly woman
Mm-hmm.
and she's just doing things, but she's really hot and I like having her in my house
Yeah.
and that he's underestimating her.
Okay.
That's how I
Could
took it.
be.
But I mean, it could be that Oleg is like, I have to get a whole head transplant because this woman has something on me. This is the only way out.
Could be. I don't know. Man. All right. Well, put a pin in it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Moving on with the summary. So, Maggie is trying to piece together whether Marc was actually stealing children's kidneys and branding them with his tattoo when Ivan shows up and says, "It's time to go. Helicopter's waiting outside." This feels very abrupt, and Maggie can't help but feel like something is wrong. She pushes to get her phone back early, even though it doesn't have any signal, and Ivan finally agrees. Once she has her phone back, she immediately tries to open up GriefBot Marc, but it's been deleted. Except it hasn't actually been deleted because Sister Sharon put some safeguards in place so that the app could only be deleted if it passed both Sharon and Maggie's facial recognition. This tells Maggie that Ivan didn't want Maggie to have the GriefBot Marc. Dun dun dun.
Mm-hmm.
She tells Ivan she must take a shower before leaving, so she's able to buy herself some time to talk to Griefbot secretly. She asks Mark about his tattoo, but he gives her the same old story he always has. She's struggling to get new information until Ivan calls through the door, telling her to hurry up. Suddenly, Griefbot Mark says, "What are you doing with Ivan? That guy's dangerous." Maggie tells Mark about her face transplant for Oleg, and he says, "That's bad news. You got to get out of there. They have a stone quarry thousands of feet deep, and they're going to throw you in it." Maggie goes into combat soldier mode and comes up with a plan on the spot to escape. She runs to the collectible car garage, which she totally guessed, and she steals a car,
Mm-hmm.
all the while being chased by Ivan and the gang and narrowly escaping a bullet. She successfully drives out of the mansion. She's followed by her pursuers, but she drives into the forest until she loses control and ends up in a ditch. She wakes up to find Charles, the American CIA guy she met at the ball. Maybe I'll pause there. We can talk about all the
Okay.
things.
This was crazy. This whole thing was crazy. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, I know Maggie felt like weird about all of it, but why was she suddenly like, they're out to kill me?
It was a little crazy, but that is a lot of red flags all at once. So one, they want you to leave all of a sudden, super abrupt. And you're like, that's
Yeah.
kind of weird. And now Griefbot Mark suddenly knows all about these people and says that there's a stone quarry or, whatever. They're gonna throw you into the ditch.
Yeah.
I would be concerned. It does seem a little like 0 to 100 though, because now she's like breaking windows and running away.
Yeah.
But I could see like everybody there is bigger than her. Like it would be pretty, and there's a lot of them. So it'd be pretty easy to just, muscle her onto the helicopter and then throw her out.
Yes.
So
It's just strange to me because it's like, this isn't Mark, it's an AI bot.
true.
And she's trying to ask questions that she doesn't even know about Mark. And I know in theory, this thing is supposed to have all the information ever about Mark. But I'm like, how is this bot supposed to know this random story about this tattoo?
I thought that all made sense.
Really?
Yeah, because I think the app it like scraped all the data of your phone recording you. So in this world, your phone is like constantly recording you and that data is stored somewhere. And so even when he's talking to other people, he like it's recording that. That was my understanding. And so like if he ever told someone else about the tattoo, then maybe it would come up. But I thought they covered it up well because Sharon said that if Mark wouldn't have told her in real life about something, he wouldn't tell her on the app. So that's why he kept circling the drain with the same story.
Mm,
I
yeah,
thought that made sense.
it made sense to you. To me, I guess I was just thinking like, unless like you had a very specific conversation of, oh, this is how
Mm,
I got this tattoo, and oh, to Maggie, this is the story I've been telling you. Like,
yeah,
unless he's telling this story very often, because how long has he been being recorded? Not 30
right.
years.
That's true. I
And
know.
that,
I guess she was just hoping for something.
yeah. But the AI bot gives her a number and he's like, call this person.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Forgot about that detail.
Yeah, because what ends up happening is that she calls this number. Was it Charles who she ended
Mhm.
up calling?
It was Charles. Yeah, as she's driving into the ditch, she's able to get enough signal to call.
Yeah. And so she had like rolled down into this quarry or whatever in the car. And the Russians were like, we'll get her later. Like, she's just going to
Yeah.
freeze to death and we'll just like collect the body.
Mm-hmm.
But that left Charles enough time to find her and
Right.
rescue.
Yeah.
Do you think they were going to kill her?
I don't know. That was kind of my question too, of like they only got violent when she started breaking windows and running away.
Yeah.
And so yeah, would they actually have just dropped her back off to New York?
That's
I
kind
don't
of what
know.
I felt like. And also, I just felt like her mentor, Dr. Barlow, I just felt like he wouldn't put her on like a suicide mission.
I don't know. Do you think that even at the end of the section when we learn more? Because at the beginning, yeah, I definitely would think that. But he also seemed kind of on edge with this whole thing. I thought in the first section that he had a gun to his head and had to,
Yeah.
you know, put Maggie on the job.
I mean, that's very possible. By the end of the section, I was kind of like, maybe.
Yeah. So,
Interesting.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And this American CIA guy, it's like we don't even know if he's This is what I hate about when people are like, "Oh, I'm CIA." I'm like, "How do I know if you're CIA?" There's no way for me to verify because the CIA is like super secret. So if I call them, they'll be like, "What? What are you talking about?" You know?
I know, I know. Okay, yeah. So Maggie wakes up, Charles is there, CIA guy, and now he starts asking her all these questions. She's asking him questions. Would you trust him? What would you do if you were Maggie?
Oh my God. I would be so confused.
Mm-hmm.
I would be upset. I would be upset because this has happened to me at work, actually. I was like, ask someone a question and they say, "Oh, this is what it is." And then I ask someone else and they say, "No, this is what it is."
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, it happened like three times and I got like three different answers. And I'm like, I'm so upside down about this. I don't even know.
Oh my
Because then my
gosh.
manager was like, "Oh, well,
No.
it's this thing." And I was like,
No. Ugh, that's the worst.
I was like, so I don't do well with conflicting information. I can barely
Yeah.
process like the first one, let alone
Yeah.
getting like, I would
Four
be so
different
confused.
ones.
Yeah, I would be so confused. I don't know what I
I
would do.
know. Especially when you just woke up from driving into a ditch. I would be in a
Yes.
terrible state of mind.
Yes.
But I feel like you have to trust him. Like that's the only option at that point. You're under
Well,
his medical care. You're like, whatever, what do I have to lose?
yeah, I'll go with you. I agree. That is what she needs to do at this point.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Do you hear Francis?
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna. Francis, did you want to say something? Nothing? What are you gonna say? She's been talking this whole time. Just like, she's not upset. She's just talking.
She's just trying. She's trying to do
Oh
what
my
we're
goodness.
doing.
I
She said,
know.
I want to be on the podcast
She
too.
she has a lot of predictions.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Can you imagine if the person in the cubicle next to you was just like, ah.
I think some people do that. That's why I'm like so desperate to work at home.
Oh, can't take this. Okay. All right. But back to our things. Okay. So, do we have more about her escape, or do we want to go into what we learned with Charles?
The escape, it was like a fun chapter,
Mm-hmm.
but there's not really like in terms of like predictions and hypotheses, there wasn't a whole lot to it. Although, didn't something happen with the Mona Lisa pictures? Like they were gone.
Oh, they changed, I think. Weren't they like different paintings?
Yeah, and I was like, what is happening? This place is
Yeah,
weird.
it was weird. It was like she was in a fun house or something, like
Yeah,
fake mirrors and stuff. Yeah. I have no idea.
I had
It
no
was very
idea what to make
strange.
of that. I was like, have you been drugged?
Yeah.
You know, it was weird.
It was very strange. Yeah. I did like though how it pulled in her like army background.
Yes.
She's like, haven't prepared for this specific scenario, but with all my training, I can do it. I was like, ah, I felt like that made it more believable.
Yes. Yes, I agree with that. I like that detail.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But we are on a time crunch.
Okay.
So back to Charles. So
Yes.
Charles tells her the big thing Charles tells her is that their nonprofit, World Cures Alliance, was secretly funded by Oleg stuff or by what was it called? Like the Kaiser Foundation or something.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think so.
Um, and Charles is like, you weren't aware of all this, but this was there's actually some money laundering going on, and they're using World Cures to do it. Um, and let's see. What else? Oh, and so he's saying that Marc and Trace um knew about the money laundering. They eventually got connected to Oleg, and Marc wanted to stop it, so he goes to visit Oleg in person to make it stop. But then once he's there, Oleg, I guess, like plays has a big power play, and he's like, "Well, come on to my private helicopter." And so he takes Marc and Trace, and then this random bald guy, and they fly over this giant stone quarry, and they push the bald guy out, and then they hold Trace out of the helicopter by his foot for like 5 minutes or something, and then they're
Yes.
like, "See, you can't get out. We have all the power here." And so
Yes.
from that, Marc had to maybe go into hiding. We don't know where Marc is, but Trace seems to be in hiding now,
Yes.
right? Is that
Yes.
about what we learn?
Did you learn about his disappearance and
Who,
additional
Marc's?
details on that? Yeah.
I know he said there was like 3 theories on where Marc is.
Yeah. Did he give the three theories or no?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. So the three theories, one is that he's dead. It happened exactly as portrayed. The second one is that I think Oleg wanted to get rid of him, like an assassin attempt.
Oh, uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. So it looked like it was from the war, but it was actually Oleg. Right.
Yeah, it was actually that. And then the third one was that, like, maybe it was one or two, but Mark got away, basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he's
Because,
actually alive.
right, because Maggie, I think she got like DNA information, like, oh, this was Mark's, but everything was like so decimated that it's like it could have been anything.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And one thing I forgot how Charles his name's Charles, how Charles fits into all this is that when Oleg had that whole power move on the helicopter, Marc was like, there's got to be a way out of this. And so he connects to Charles and is like, hey, Charles, I can be your informant on this big Russian oligarch. And
Mm-hmm.
so I can give you the inside scoop. Um, and so that's how Charles got involved.
Yeah. And maybe that's why Oleg wanted to knock him out because he realized he was a rat.
Yeah, that could make sense. Or Nadia wants to knock him out.
Mm-hmm.
Could see that.
Yeah. And so Charles kind of ends this with Maggie, and he's like, we really need to find, because I guess Charles and the CIA has been trying to get Oleg this whole time. And the closest he's gotten to Oleg was via Mark and Trace.
Yeah.
And now that Trace and Mark are missing, I guess Charles is like on the hunt for them.
I guess so. Yeah. I guess he's sniffing out that there's something, some bigger conspiracy going on over here. He's going to take it down.
Yeah, so now he wants Maggie to help him find Trace.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is starting to get a little complicated.
Okay. So what do you think? Do you trust Charles?
I don't
Do you
know.
think everything he said was true?
I don't know. I don't really trust him because I don't even know if he's really CIA.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
She met him at this oligarch's house. Surely this oligarch would know he was CIA.
That is kind of fair.
Like
I don't know. Maybe not. He's
If
posing as a
Oleg,
fancy doctor.
if Oleg is as sneaky and slippery as he says he is. Granted, I guess Charles didn't even see Oleg in the thing because Oleg was hiding the whole time.
That's true.
I just feel like I don't know. I'm suspicious of Charles.
Really? I feel
Yeah.
pretty good about Charles.
You think
Like,
he's
I feel like he's telling
honest?
the truth. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's honest. Yeah.
So what do you think about Mark now that we know that he was part of a money laundering scheme?
Okay. So I think, yeah, I don't think Marc is totally innocent. I don't think he's stealing kidneys, but I do think he probably was involved in some questionable financial practices. Um,
What
mhm.
what if he was stealing the kidneys as a way to like try to pay off Oleg or something.
I don't think that makes it right.
No, I don't think
I
it makes
don't
it right, but do you think that could be like a motivation where he's doing it?
I don't think so.
Feels weak.
Yeah, that feels kind of weak. Because also, according to Nadia, Nadia's family got a lot of money from the kidney. But I guess, you could sell a kidney maybe for a ton and you give a small portion to them and for them it's a lot. But then you
I still think I still think Oleg isn't wanting more money. He's wanting these synthetic organs.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're on the immortal life.
I'm on the immortal life. I'm thinking Oleg is like, if you can build me this artificial heart or kidney and prove it that it works, then I'll let you go. Something like that.
Oh. So do you think Oleg has Mark locked up in a research lab right
Possibly.
now? Oh, so okay. So maybe Oleg brought Nadia to Mark and Mark had to do the kidney thing because
Yeah.
he's a prisoner.
And then maybe he put the tattoo as like an SOS to Maggie.
Oh, I think that could be good. I could get behind that. Okay.
Yes. So I could see that where it's like it's not sadistic, it's actually like help, help. And like he's
Yeah.
trying he's trying to do something that's like so specific,
Only Maggie would know
or I guess Trace.
or Trace. So, okay, I really like that theory. Do you think Trace was actually there? Because Nadia said there was a Trace. And what was
In
Trace doing? Is he also a prisoner?
Probably because it seemed like they worked together.
Right.
If we're in the world that Oleg wants these immortal organs, Trace and Mark are locked up working on these things.
Okay. Yeah.
Now maybe Nadia is the first patient and
Oh.
Mark's like, well, we got to do it. We're in this secret lab. But Trace is like, no, we don't have to do it. Like, we can find another way. But Mark's like, nah, too late. I already took it. Something like that, maybe.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, what about this? They didn't take her kidney at all. That's what they told her they were doing. But they're actually
Oh.
implanting a prototype organ to see how it worked.
Oh my
Maybe.
God. That
Yeah,
would be horrible.
that would be. Did they say, I know she was swimming when we first met her. Did they say she had like excellent lungs or something? I don't know if they noticed. I don't think they said anything like that.
She she was described as super muscular, like fit, athletic, beautiful, swimming like a model in a movie. Baywatch, flipping her hair. Like,
But not necessarily superhuman organs, I guess.
no,
But I guess it doesn't have to be superhuman. It just has to be immortal.
just
Like,
immortal. Mm-hmm.
easy.
Yeah, to replace.
Yeah. Okay, I like that theory a lot. Okay, next question for that though. So we find out, I haven't summarized this, but I'll just briefly summarize it. So Sharon gets a notification that Maggie's app was attempted to be deleted, and she says, "Oh no, Maggie's in trouble." She goes to Porkchop to say, "What are we going to do about this?" They go to Dr. Evan Barlow and they say, "Hey, tell us everything about where Maggie is at. She's in trouble." And we find out from them, we found out a few things, but one of the things we find out is that um, Maggie was specifically requested by Nadia to be the doctor.
Yes.
So, how does Nadia know about Maggie? Did Mark tell her something? Did she look up on Mark and she then found Maggie and that's why she requested her?
What if Oleg is like, I want you to run an experiment on Nadia?
Okay.
Okay. So Mark took the kidney and now he's like, put in the new fake one and test on her. And
Okay.
Mark says, yep, no problem. But then he slips a note to Nadia and he's like, I'm actually not going to do
Ooh.
this. And I need you to get a hold of Maggie.
It's a good idea.
And he uses like Maggie as like the drug mule to get the data out. The note.
To get the data?
Like the note to Maggie.
Oh,
Because
yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah.
in the secret lab underground. He
Right.
can't get out. But he knows that Nadia can get out. So he like leaves like a secret note with her, i.e. the tattoo
Hmm.
and the mission.
I think that's a good idea. Hmm.
Now, if that's the case, why wouldn't Nadia just spill the beans when she had a moment with Maggie? Why is she still being coy?
Um, that's a good point. Do you think Maggie would believe her? Which one's more believable? I mean, let's see. Yeah, why wouldn't she just say where Mark is or something?
Or when she was asking about the tattoo? Like, why would she make up this crazy story? She'd say, Mark's in a secret lab and I needed to get out, and this was the message. That's when you would say
Okay,
it.
maybe, man. Okay, so that makes me think Nadia doesn't know about Mark and everything.
Yeah.
But then I don't know how she got connected to Maggie. Ugh, that's tricky.
Yeah, because your idea where she's the big bad.
Yeah. She already roped in Mark and Trace. She said we gotta complete the trifecta. Get
Yeah.
Maggie. And also Maggie's so desperate. That's kind of what I was thinking of why Maggie was a perfect fit. They
Yeah.
throw her out into the stone quarry and they're like only someone who's lost their license and is down on their luck would agree to this crazy job.
Yeah. No one's gonna miss them and they'll think it's a suicide. They go looking
Something.
for them. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of why I was thinking Maggie was a perfect fit. It could also be something related to the actual science, maybe. What if that giant stone quarry where they throw them down, it's actually 3,000 feet drop into a state-of-the-art research lab? Mark dropped right into his lab coat.
They were trying to get her to work in there
Yeah, yeah, they're just gonna drop her down right into the lab chute.
because maybe Mark is working on like these organs so their body lives forever, but they still need to look hot.
That's where Maggie comes in.
That's where Maggie comes in. They're like, we need you to like fix the skin, the bags, the chin.
Yeah. Make us cute.
Yeah, make us look hot again. So maybe that's what it was, is that they weren't going to kill her. They were going to throw, I like that. They were going to throw her in this secret lab.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that too. I think that could be possible.
Now, maybe it could be that Nadia is still the big bad, and maybe it's just in reverse. She was secretly pulling the strings and having Mark work on the organs, planning on testing on Oleg.
Oh, interesting. But what about the tattoo? Wouldn't she be like, why'd you give that to me? Oh, unless she's the originator of the tattoo. We thought about that. But that
Yeah,
would mean that she knew all of them for a long time.
a long time.
So I don't know. I'm thinking that's not.
Unless she's had some real, unless she's a vampire, which I'm putting on the table. She's a vampire and she's 100 years old.
Yeah.
I think that's the only
Or
way that could work.
I think you're right. Okay. Or Pork Chop is the originator of the tattoo.
Hmm.
And, but I like your organ theory because these organs keep coming up a lot. So I think you're right. I think the immortal life thing is,
It has to come back to this thumper. The thumper has
it
to
has
come
to,
back.
I think the thumper has to come back. And I think all those art pieces have to come back of like which one is the real one.
Yeah.
And so I don't know exactly how that's going to work. But, oh, you know what? Maybe Mark made that synthetic nose that Oleg got. That could make sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because that's like never been used before.
He's
I
in the
bet that's,
lab and he's like
yeah.
3D printed.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
if
could see that.
maybe if Maggie like looked in it, there would have been a message. It was inside the
You have to pick the
nose.
nose.
Yeah.
Find the right message. To blow it, maybe. Comes right out onto the tissue.
Okay, so let's wrap up, I think, some of our best theories. So we think Mark is alive or dead?
Alive.
Alive. Do you think Mark is good or bad?
Overall good, maybe involved in some money laundering schemes.
I agree. Okay. We think Mark is locked up in a lab. Yes or no?
I think that's the best theory.
I
Yeah.
really like that one.
Hmm.
Um, who has him locked up?
Oh yeah. I like the idea that Nadia is the big bad, but I think Oleg also knows about it. I think they're both in cahoots.
You think they're working together?
I think they're both evil or like, devious. Because I don't see Oleg, he had to have been involved because according to Charles at least, Oleg was the one who dangled them off the side of the helicopter,
Yeah.
you know? So like he's got to be in the know.
This could be like Oleg started and Nadia like put accelerant on it.
Yeah.
And they're evil masterminds together.
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah, and they're like good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, and they're kind of like working this together to kind of lure Maggie to
Hmm.
then drop her in the lab with Mark
Yeah.
to work on their immortal bodies.
Yeah, I could see that. All right. I could see that.
I kind of
Um,
like them working together more than I think either they're working together or I don't know. I was gonna say or it's Oleg. I think either they're working together or it's Oleg. I think Nadia's too young,
yeah.
in my opinion, to have planned all this out.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Okay, if it's just Oleg, then I like your theory that Nadia is kind of the messenger. That's why she asked specifically for Maggie
Hmm.
because Mark like sent her the message or whatever.
Hmm.
I like that idea.
So you think Nadia's good then, or you think Nadia's bad?
Well, if Oleg is the only bad one, if yeah, I guess if Nadia isn't bad, then she's good.
Those are usually the options. I mean, there
But
is
she's
like
involved more.
there's chaos agent. There is always chaos agent who just shows up.
That's true.
So do you think Nadia is like a victim trying to get out, or do you think she's in cahoots with Oleg?
I kind of liked her being one of the big bads. I
I
kind of
like her
like
being
that
one of the big
twist.
bads too.
I feel like I like that twist. I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay. I think I'm going to go with that too. That her and Oleg, they're like Morticia, Adams, and oh God, what's his name? The Adams family? Mort
I thought that was from the Addams family. That's better than I normally do with
and
references.
Gomez.
Gomez, Morticia, and Gomez. Yeah, I can see that. I
Morticia
think
and
that's a great
Gomez.
comparison.
Honestly, they kind of look like how they're described. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, they do
Yeah.
kind of look like that where she's like tall, lean, beautiful, black hair, and he's kind of
Yeah.
a little strange looking and shorter and rounder.
I think that's a great comparison. Yeah, that looks, I think you're right.
Yeah, and it kind of fits into the vampire.
You're right. They could be real vampires.
Yeah, so I that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're an evil couple who love to do evil together, looking for their immortal hot bodies.
I think I like that. Okay, what do you think about Sharon Porkchop and Dr. Barlow? Are they going to play a role in all this?
I think they're gonna find Maggie in the lab. Maggie's going to the lab.
She is? How's she going to get there? She's with Charles.
She's getting caught.
Oh, you think?
Hmm.
That's possible. That's
Trap
possible.
door. They're gonna take her, snatch her.
Man. Okay, and what do you think about Trace?
I kind of like the idea of Trace being a turncoat. Like he's the
Oh,
one
so like
who turns
he,
Maggie in or something, maybe
oh, or he's the one who maybe turned Mark in.
to save himself.
Yeah. Hmm. That could be. I don't know. I think that could be a good twist too. Trace is out of the three of them, Trace is the evil one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that could be good. Man.
Okay, do you think Dr. Barlow has any more involvement beyond what we've learned so far?
I don't think so. I think he was just kind of like a plot piece to get Maggie connected to Oleg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think he was pretty innocent. Like he didn't really realize what was going on. Although when we hear his story, it's very strange. Like he kind of should have known that this was a dangerous situation.
He was like, they said, he's like, they didn't say they were going to kill her, but they didn't say she was going to live. It was like one of those things. We were like, okay.
And he's like, but I loved her mom, and I love Maggie. I would never
Yeah.
do that. You're like, what?
You're like, oh, okay. So I think Sharon, I really like the idea of Sharon, I was going to call him Pigpen, Sharon and Pork Chop using that 5 milli that just got deposited.
Oh, good
Sharon's
call.
gonna go get her spy equipment. And you think it's gonna be Charles who's gonna save because he's CIA? No, it's gonna be Pork Chop and Sharon. She's gonna be flying a private jet. Pork Chop's gonna be on a motorcycle. He's gonna like fly
What?
out of the private jet. He's gonna land, boom, on his motorcycle,
Whoa.
zoom all the way into the lab, turn, throw like dynamite, bust them out, and then
What? I feel like you should bust them out first and then the dynamite.
he uses some technology that like unlocks everything, digitally unlocks every door, throws dynamite, and then phew, they're off.
Happily ever after.
That's how it ends.
If it doesn't involve Pork Chop flying out of a helicopter on his motorcycle, I'll be disappointed.
I don't want to read it.
Yeah. Just tell me now. I'll stop.
Yeah. But in seriousness, I think Sharon's going to use her money. She's going to get some really crazy tech
hmm
and her and
She's
Pork
totally
Chop.
gonna break through all of their safeguards and whatever else they have. I agree.
Yes. Yes.
I think that's good.
Hmm.
I think Art's gonna come up again too, though, because there's this one line where Sharon, it's from Sharon's chapter, and her bookmark has this painting on it. She says, "Oh, this is my favorite painting. Maggie got it for me from this museum gift shop." And I think something about paintings and finding the real one is going to come up. Oh, what if that's like one of the traps to get into the lab? There's like five Mona Lisas, and you have to like press the real one to
It
get in.
reminds me of Harry Potter, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and Emperor's New Groove. Hit the lever, Kronk.
Wrong lever. Oh, I have to work in the lab forever.
No!
No.
This
Oh
does
yeah, they're gonna take my kidney.
this does feel a little bit like Yzma's evil lab, and she had the lever, and then
You're
they fall
right.
down, and she has all of her
You're
potions.
right. Oh my gosh.
So
I think they're drawing off of Adam's Family and Emperor's New Groove.
the greats,
Yeah.
the literary greats of our
Cusco.
time.
Yeah. Love it.
Okay. Anything else?
I think those are all my predictions. I feel pretty good about that.
I'm I did not know where we were going to go when we started. I feel really good about this theory though.
I do too. I think it's got some good twists, but it makes sense. We're
Yep.
picking up on all the pieces she's been dropping down.
Yep. Yep.
I like it.
I like it too.
I know. Are you ready to finish?
I'm so ready to finish. I can't wait to hang up, pack, and then start reading.
You're not going to save it for the plane tomorrow?
I might save it for the plane tomorrow.
That'd be the best plane ride ever.
Oh my God. I know. People are going to be looking at me and they're going to see me flipping my pages so fast. And they're like, oh my God, what is she reading? And I'll be like, not for you. And I'll hold my book up close to my face so they can't read it. You have to
Or
pay
you.
if you want this book.
Oh my gosh. No, I will not read it out loud for you. As you sprinkle Bookalicious business cards everywhere.
Oh my God. Okay, I
Man.
love that.
Okay. One last question for you. Where is this rating? What rating is this book cruising to right now?
I'm thinking a 4.
Okay.
I'm thinking a 4 just because it's getting like a little crazy with everything that's happening, and I just don't see them being able to pull this off in 100
Oh, you
pages.
don't think so?
I feel like the plot is like so much stuff is happening right now. I just don't know how you wrap it all up.
Mm,
So I'm
yeah.
expecting a crazy ending
Yeah, like a Frida ending.
or a Brandon Sanderson where you're like, what?
No. Yeah. This could be more Brandon Sanderson. Yeah, there's a lot of layers.
There's a lot of layers, and it all gets wrapped up in the last page. And you're like, what's happened to me?
I could see that. I'm thinking maybe 4.5.
Okay.
Because I really like the second section because there was a lot of twists that I didn't see coming. Yeah, keeping me on edge. And also there's like we didn't talk about any like lines or quotes or anything, but there's somewhere I pulled out and I was like, oh yeah, that like well said, good reflection on life over there
Oh,
or something.
not you're being obnoxious, Maggie, like we did last
Ugh,
time.
that was only in the first part. Maggie's better now. And Maggie wasn't the one who had the good reflections, I don't think.
No.
I think it was Nadia. Nadia had a lot of good things to say.
Yeah, well, she's the evil mastermind.
Yeah. She knows just what to say.
Oh, I
All right.
love it. We'll
Yeah,
finish the
I'm ready to
book by
finish this.
tomorrow because I'm going to see you.
I know. Are we podding? Or it's kind of hard to pod in person, I feel like.
It's kind of hard to pod in person. I
Oh,
know. We're so high
what
tech,
are
we
we
can
gonna
only do
do?
it virtual. I don't know.
I know.
We'll both have read the book, but we can't talk about it.
I don't know. I don't know
I don't
about that.
know. I hate that. Well, maybe we can do the recap together, maybe like the summary, and then we can write on Sunday.
As soon as you land
As soon as I land,
in the
I'm
airport.
airport.
Yeah, we can have our first live session for the public. It'll be in the Atlanta airport just for
Yeah.
candy.
Yeah, join if you want to hear one half of a podcast.
It'll really be a mystery that way.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm so excited.
Me too. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.
I know. I love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.